what a morning. This'll do nicely. So I've owned this Fuji x100s for almost a year now, and I know it's exactly almost a year. Exactly almost, is that even a thing? Exactly almost a year, because I remember very, very specifically the first time that I used it. So picture the scene, if you will. It's Christmas morning, it's around 10 AM, I walk into my kitchen, water everywhere. So what I did was I did what any self-respecting millennial would do, and I FaceTimed my dad, and I was like, Dad, is this normal? And he was like, yeah, nah, definitely not normal. So he's trying to explain to me how to put pipes back together in my kitchen, because I've got no idea, because I mean, look at me. And at this exact moment, we get a message saying that like 50% of the family have come down with the old Ronnie, and Christmas is cancelled before it's even started, basically. We're able to go out and like pass gifts through windows to people, and I remember taking the Fuji x100s with me and snapping some photos, and I just threw it in like a jacket pocket, and it was like at that moment I was like, this is the perfect daily carry camera, like this is exactly what it is for, phone replacement, for me personally anyway. I mean, just look at it, man, it is an absolute thing of beauty. One of the reasons why I've enjoyed using it so much this last year is just how close it feels to shooting with a film camera. So if you look at the top of this Fuji x100s next to like my favourite film camera, you'll instantly see the similarities. You've got your shutter speed dial on the top that you move physically, and then you've also got your manual aperture ring on the lens, which you also move physically. So when it actually comes down to shooting, it feels like a very, very similar experience to shooting on my favourite film camera. Yes. And this brings me on quite nicely to why I think I personally keep picking up this camera, and that reason is I'm a very, very impatient person who enjoys shooting film, and after shooting film, for an impatient person, I feel like shooting with a Fuji x100s is the next best thing. You get the same sort of feeling as shooting film, shutter speed, aperture ring, all the film simulations built into the camera, but you get to see the photos straight away. You don't have to wait for it to be developed. I feel like that's a big part of why I enjoy using this camera so much, but it is missing that all satisfying it's delicious. Also, I should point out that I'm not going to go through all like the specs and stuff of this camera. I've already made that video when I bought it, and if you haven't seen it yet and you want to see it, I'll leave a link in the description, and it'll be at the end of this video as well. But a few more things that I will say about this, just to sort of round up my feelings on it, is that it's also incredibly tough. Like, look at the state of that. Like, can you see like all those scuff marks and like just the absolute state of this camera? Like, I bought it in like pretty poor condition anyway, because I knew it was going to get absolutely spanked. And yeah, no, it's been thrown in bags, it's been dropped multiple times by this point, and it's an absolute tank. The only thing I found quite weird is I keep needing to replace these. I keep having to buy like NAF third-party ones because I can't find any decent ones. So if anyone is watching this who shoots with a Fuji x100s and can recommend some decent batteries to me, please do, because these do not last very long at all. And yeah, I think that pretty much sums up why I love this camera so much personally. It's nothing to do with like the specs or anything like that. Obviously the images are nice and stuff, but it's more just that tactile feeling of using it, because I'm not using this for work. Interestingly enough, I have used it for work, and I am going to make that YouTube video, but that's not the purpose of why I bought it. I bought this for like the photography that I'm just going to enjoy, and I think because it feels so much like shooting film, and because it's just enjoyable to use, and the files, especially like the film simulations, the JPEGs are super nice as they are, and that's the whole purpose of why I bought this camera. It's just something to enjoy. I was sick, if you haven't seen the video that I made about this originally when I bought it, I was just sick of carrying like loads of lenses around and all the stuff that I use for like client work. If I was going out for the day, like if you go into Alton Towers, you don't want to take a 70 to 200, a massive body, and then like all sorts of ND filters and all sorts of other stuff. Like you're going out to ride Nemesis or Oblivion, do you know what I mean? Like, and if I drop this off Oblivion, I'm fairly confident, like I reckon this would bounce. That's a YouTube video, isn't it? That is a YouTube. Alton Towers, can I drop this off Oblivion, please? Go on, be a mate. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like it. Consider subscribing to the channel. That was a bit threatening the way I pointed it. I'm like the video, man. But yeah, now for real, stick around, come and say hello in the comments. I've kind of got my life under control a little bit more now, in terms of balancing running a photo and video company and then having like any form of life. I've kind of got a bit of a better balance now, so I will be making more YouTube videos moving forward. So yeah, I'm back to sort of regular uploads now. So yeah, I want to take this on a bunch of more adventures. So if you are interested in this camera, it might be worth subscribing to the channel. But yeah, leave a comment, let me know, where should I take this camera, what should I do with it. I'd be very, very grateful for any suggestions. Have a good one. I feel like it's that awkward point where you're trying to end a phone conversation and you're like, alright, you hang up, no, you hang up, no, you hang up. Then it's just like, right, bye, I'm going, see ya. God.